Okay, so today we have the LG V20 Ui. And look how cool it is. I mean, just let's start with the 360 wallpaper that it has here. And there's tons of them. I mean, there's a lot of customization, a lot of stuff for it. So let's get into it. All right, so first of all, I wanted to customize the phone exactly the way I use it. And this is exactly how I use it. And so you can see I have all my widgets here, my music, and a lot of things that, people say that the fastest phone is the iPhone 7 because it does have the fastest CPU, but even though people have done tests on that it opens a few seconds faster an app than, let's say, the top Snapdragon 821, they can't have all these apps open. I mean, their iOS just doesn't do this. So I have my calendar. I can see the weather. I don't even have to open up anything. I could play music right now. So I have music. I can check a song to see what song is the one that is playing. I could put the timer so it shuts off my music. I could check out how many steps I've been taking, and I've taken very few steps today. And I can check my email, checked all my stuff before even opening it. I could, have another email open. I have my tasks. I have my Google Now and even my grocery list on what I'm missing, stuff I gotta buy. Here's all my calendar, and here we have the smart bulletin board, which is very similar to the one that Samsung has or other HTC has. But I like this one because I think it's a little bit more useful. Here we have the remote control at the top, which, because it has an IR blaster, allows you to be able to change, turn off your radio. If you have a home theater, control your receiver. It controls pretty much anything that has an IR blaster. You can just look it up and put the model number, and it will start controlling it. Then you have today's schedule, stuff like music. You can customize this too. You can add and change things. You just go into the settings. Let's go into the settings. And so I could take some of these out. Like, for instance, I don't use music, so I'm going to take that out. And then here I have Glimpse. Another thing about the smartboard is that it's not just limited to what you see here. There's a lot of apps that you can add on it. And a lot of apps that are in the smart world will actually be installed here. So Glimpse wasn't installed. Vling is another one I had installed, but it's very similar to a Pinterest, so I just wasn't too into it, so I took it out. So I'm showing you the phone exactly how I use it. All right, so, and as you can see, it's very fast. It's very fluent. And another thing I admire about Nugget is how it actually, the battery is just amazing on it. So I had the V10, and definitely this lasts a lot longer. The V10 kind of seemed a lot less battery than the Note 7, and this is giving me a lot more battery than even my Galaxy S7 Edge. So definitely. And another thing is that it's just more stable. Something about it is more stable. I haven't had any errors or anything. Now, it's totally new, but I did want to customize it. I did try it out for a few days, and I haven't had any issues with the UI. And I like that I could do the infinity loop that you can do on Samsung or other ones. And I love this. This is the carousel, and this is exclusive to LG phones. And look how cool that is. It's very 3D. Look how detailed that is. And you could only get it. I mean, there's very similar ones to that on, let's say, like another launcher. Like, I forgot right now, Nova is one that I use. But, for instance, but you can't get the exact one. This one is awesome. It comes out the most out of all of them that I prefer. And see how see-through it is and everything. And at the same time, I have all these, like, really cool, like, 360 backgrounds going on. So, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, people, when you're looking at an iPhone, it just looks so simple. And, yeah, you could jailbreak it, but you got to do a whole bunch of stuff. This isn't jailbroken. This isn't rooted. This is just straight out of the box. And it has a lot of customization. So, let's go into, let's say, the notification center, right? So, in the notification center, what's new about Nugget and what's cool is that I could just come and, let's say I see like that WhatsApp message and it has a photo, so I could come and just kind of click on it on either the arrow, or I could just kind of like, well, right now I don't know why it's not working, but I can normally just kind of like push my finger down like that and it would open. But because I have viewing what I'm doing, like that little circle that you could see, for some reason it's not working right now, but it doesn't matter. I can still open it up. I can still see a photo. And what's great about seeing the photo is the fact that, maybe I don't want to open the whole thing. Wow, that photo looks boring. But if it was something really interesting, I could snap right into it. All right, so those are the things that you have really cool. You could see things about your email. You could read a little bit on it without having to even do anything. And another cool thing about Nugget that's really cool is when you get a message, which I don't have somebody to send me right now, I can answer it, and even while I'm playing a game, I can answer it as an overlay without even bothering me. But what's really nice about the V20 is that it has a second screen on the top, which even though Samsung has an always-on display, which people think it's better, I actually think that the V20s is just more useful, and it has a lot more uses than the one on the Samsung. Now, I do prefer an AMOLED screen because it's just brighter, even though this screen looks really nice right now at 2K. It's just not as bright, and the colors, I actually changed them, which I'm going to show you how to change, because they weren't as saturated as I like them. They were really washed out, but I'm happy with the colors now. They're not as perfect as the Samsung oversaturated, but they're more saturated and they look really nice. All right, so here at the top, I put my name and I put Tech Pimp, which is my channel. So you can go really further on this. You can go all the way out to here. So you can put a lot of text now in it, and it kind of goes almost edge to edge, which is nicer. So now you get to see the text bigger, and it's a lot more clearer on the top. I don't know if actually this will be able to be shown because I'm doing a screenshot and this is the second screen. So maybe I'm talking for no use. Maybe I'm going to skip that right now. But um, let's go into the settings then. All right, so let's go into the settings and see down here you hit twice to see all your settings, and you can even scroll to the right to see all the other settings. And I put all my favorite ones here in from right to left order, which is the ones I use the most. But I could always just hold on and click right into something. So if you hold down something, it'll click right into it. Now, I know Samsung phones, and they were saying that Nugget, if you were to hold it down, you get a sub menu. I prefer it this way, so I think that's why they stuck to it this way. All right. All right. So then we could go into settings from here. And in settings, you can see the layout. It's normally white. I put it out in a black theme, which they call, I think, super contrast or something like that. All right, so here you can see it doesn't go any further, but there is a more down here, and you can see the Wi-Fi column preferences. You can go into them. And this is very standard. I don't want to go into it a lot. So you can see the Wi-Fi. I mean, it's pretty standard. There's nothing, but I just wanted to go through this. Here's the sound. If you want to hear like the different sounds that are available, I could give you like a little taste of the sounds that you could choose from, like ringtones. For instance, right now I have this one, and it doesn't want to play. All right, it doesn't matter. Maybe because of the screen recording. All right, so here we have, this is the menu, the notifications, the advanced center, the HD quad DAC, which I got to tell you guys, it sounds amazing. I could tell even with a cheap pair of speakers. I mean, it just gives you more volume. The bass is a lot more deeper. And you know what? What's really nice about it is that now it works on everything on the phone as long as you have your headphones plugged in. So if you're in the car, you should use the line in instead of the Bluetooth. Even though the Bluetooth, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it sounds a little bit louder, a lot louder actually, than on my Note 7. And I noticed it because my radio was even blocking me from going higher because it was going to mess up and distort. And that's how loud. I think it has a better amp than it used to. And that's just really nice. So if I go down to here more, you can see that there's a lot of different options. All right, so for instance, the motion calibration, you want to make sure you're at a level before you do that. The display size is something that you could modify. For instance, I'm at the smallest, but you could go, this is where it was when I got the phone, and this is where, you know, you could put it if, let's say, you have a grandmother that you want to give the phone to. Definitely, she wants to hit the big buttons. I prefer, because the screen is so big, to go with the smaller. All right, so let's go back out. And in display, there's going to be a lot of things that I want to show you. For instance, comfort view. That's where I'm at right now. That's why it looks so funky. I'm sorry about that. I didn't even notice. I get so used to sometimes comfort view because it's easy on the eyes. But what's nice about this comfort view is it makes it simple. You can go to low, medium, black and white, or you could turn it fully off, and that's fully off. So let's go back to it. All right, so those are the colors that it's supposed to be. All right, let's go one more time through it so you guys can see what the colors are like and what everything is. So I'm going up and down on this screensaver, but let's show you the entire thing, which by just opening two fingers, as you saw that I did, and I can open two fingers back down and it will come back in. And if I do two fingers in, you get to see all the screens that I have, and you could access any of the screens. Like, let's say I want to go to the music screen, I could hit that and I could go back in here. And if I want to go to my calendar, I could go to the calendar, or I could just go out and show my friends how beautiful this 360 wallpaper is. All right, so in wallpaper, I want to show you, we could just go wallpapers, and you could see there is, galleries, live wallpapers, and live wallpapers is really where you want to be. I mean, what's really cool is now you have video live wallpaper. So as you can see this, oh man, this is so cool. So you can look around, check everything out while this is happening. You can see the buildings. You can see behind you. That's behind us. Whoa. So it's definitely cool. But what's the downside to video wallpaper is it won't play when you're actually using it. And if you want to change it, because I downloaded, you could download more from Smart World. You just go to edit, and then you hit video. And in video, you could see that you could select from gallery, and I have another video wallpaper there, and it'll just show up if you download it from the Smart World and it's compatible. But I noticed because it won't play, it'll just start from the beginning. It'll stay at the beginning, and you can just move around. It's better to use 360 wallpaper. Because those videos are like 400 megs, and 360 wallpaper is only like maybe 40 megs, from 30 to 40 megs. All right, so let's go, and if you want to change this, I could go into edit, I could go into image, and here are the two standard ones that it comes with, or I could select from gallery, and all these I downloaded it from, let's say, from Smart World. So let's say we want to go into this one, and we hit, I wish we could preview it before we chose it, but so we're just gonna have to select it and go back out. Oh wait, here we go. No, we can't preview it. So here it is. So you can see this. There's the lava. We can see the sky and everything. So it's really cool. You definitely will enjoy it and like it. I'm not gonna choose that because I already have it set, like I said, the way I want it. And actually, no, I did set it. So there it is. Doesn't matter. Alright, so it is a nice wallpaper anyways. I downloaded all these because I liked them. There's a lot more though. So guys, definitely let's finish out the different things that you could do. Alright, so let's go into the display, and in display, the way you do all this is you go into themes, right? And here's the three themes that you get. But to go into Smart World, you could either go into the apps and look for Smart World, or you could hit this little arrow that's over here and just on the right corner, and you go directly to Smart World. And in Smart World, there's a lot of things that you could customize, all the way from the fonts. It's really slow site though. One of the things I don't like about that LG did. But all you got to do is, so here are the ones they recommend, top themes. There's not a lot of them for this phone yet. And if you go to the new, it's really going to be the same thing because they're all new, if you notice that. But there are other things that you can choose. For instance, go to customizations. You could go to fonts. And in fonts, you're going to see the different fonts that you get to choose from. Even though the phone already comes with some fonts that you can choose from, you can choose even more of them. And there's a lot of these. So, and then you have ringtone. Ringtones, there's not a lot. Trust me, there's other LG phones that I've seen, and they could you can choose a lot more in Smart World. Here we only have these, but this is a volume smart ringtone, which if you download it, it's really nice because it gives you not just one ringtone, it gives you a whole bunch of them. So let's hit, I don't know. Does that apply? Did I download that one already? Yeah, because it says apply. All right. So then you could go to different wallpaper. These are just the standard wallpaper, but the one you want is the 360 wallpaper. So I'm gonna go into that one, and you get a decent selection of 360 wallpaper. I think that's a lot for this. I really expected less, and that's pretty nice. So you get all these different ones of, and there's a few I didn't download. And in new, if you go to new, there's actually new ones, so there's gonna be more of them. A few new ones, not a lot, but there are new ones. And also, you could go directly to, let's say, where is that? Entertainment, I believe. No, not entertainment. Oh, here it is. 360 wallpaper. All right, so 360 video wallpaper. Remember, it doesn't play the video, but you can use these videos for, like, let's say if you get a headset, so you could go onto a virtual roller coaster like this one down here. I downloaded the top one, which is the G5 roller coaster, so you could experience the three, and here are three that it recommends at the bottom. And so you could tweak your themes. If you go into one of the themes, you could see that it changes not just the wallpaper, it also changes your lock screen, it changes your fonts, it changes your icons, all to match the theme, and it even changes the background on the settings. See, this one has like these weird colors, like all fruity and stuff. All right, so I was looking for a dark theme, and the only one available right now was dark, high contrast. The closest next would be this one that says Trip Advisor, but it's kind of like a dark blue. So I stuck to the high contrast one. All right, so let's go out of themes. So now you know what themes and how to change all that. You could also go into the size of the font. So if you want to just make it seem a little bit smaller, you can. I reduced the size of the icons, so it reduces the size of the text anyway. So that's why I'm leaving it on normal. If not, I would be using the smaller one. All right, so now we have the lock screen, and in the lock screen you have swipe. You also have patterns, and pattern is really cool. Let's see if we could show you what a pattern is. But you understand, it's like the old LGs where you could just choose 4 different spots like that and go into it. And here we have the shortcuts, and in the shortcuts you could see that I put my 2 map apps, my camera, my calculator, and in fact, you know what, now that I'm looking at it, I think I might change this one. Instead, I'm going to use Google Now, because sometimes I just want to find something by Google Now, like find directions, and then I hit Google Now. And if I know the directions, I'll use Woz. All right, so there we go. So we just changed that, and you have a weather animation, and this is cool. So like on the lock screen, what that does is you're going to be able to see if it's raining or not. Let's say you're indoors and you can't tell, or if it's a shiny day, a nice bright day, you're going to see the bright sunlight. So that's what you get to see with the weather animations. Let's see what else. There's a lot of things that you could do customize in this phone. So you're definitely going to enjoy it. So let's go to general. Here in general, you're going to see this is normal Android stuff. Nothing really different here, except for, let's say, the added fingerprint. But you will see that in other phones. The fingerprint works really well on this phone. And I use it on 2 fingers, both hands, just in case I'm holding it on one hand. I could unlock it with the other. But what's also nice is that if I need to unlock it, I could just tap press unlock in the front and use the tap pressing in case I have it, let's say, on a car mount. And you can't do that with, let's say, other phones that have the fingerprint button in the back. All right, so here we have in Smart Cleaning. It's a very nice app. It's very similar to what Samsung and a lot of people are doing these days, allowing you to delete temporary apps. And as far as, I noticed that Nugget comes with a built-in thing that wasn't available before in other phones, which is like if it detects that there's an app that's hogging your resources, your RAM or your CPU process, because for some reason it has a bug, it will actually like reduce it and ask you if you want to reduce it. With Samsung, I used to get that, but I wasn't on Nugget, and it was really nice because they started doing that starting the Galaxy S7, and Nugget just comes with it. Let's go to About Phone so you can see what version we're at. So we're going to go to Software Info, and here you can see we're on 7.0. That's the baseband, the kernel, and that's literally what we're up to right now with this phone. You can go into, I don't even have anything with developer mode open right now. I normally would, but the animations are so fast. Everything is working so smooth. Let me just show you how fast. Alright, so I could go there, I could go drop here, I could drop again, I could go into settings, I could go into, oh, let me just show you what the phone looks like, because you're definitely going to want to see what the phone UI looks like. And I like that, look how cool that, you got the HD to make a call, you got the video call here, and I really like the phone layout, how it works. If you want to see what this theme looks like without the black theme, because I'm sorry, I was going to show you that. Let's go to display, let's go to themes, and let's show you what the regular LG theme looks like, just so you guys can take a quick look. This is going to mess up all my wallpaper and stuff, because this changes everything, but let's just do it. Alright, so I changed my wallpaper, and this is just the stock LG theme that you're going to see, but when you go into settings, you're going to see the white, really bright white, which is what I don't like, so I'm going to go back, change that into display, theme, high contrast, apply. I would choose black one, but I don't like the fact that I changed the icons, and I wish I could keep the icons, but you can't. And then we're gonna go into wallpaper, put live, go to 360 wallpaper. Oh, wrong one. 360 wallpaper, and go back. Oops, 360 wallpaper. Remember, when you want to change a photo, you got to go into edit, then you got to go into image, and then you got to go into gallery, and the ones you've downloaded will be here. The one I was using was this one currently, and then I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit apply. Do I want to set the lock screen? And I'm going to say no, the lock screen is fine, set, and now it's changed. Now, if you want to change the lock screen one, because remember you have the signature lock screen, which is really cool. You go to the display, you go to, where is it, lock screen, and in lock screen, you want to go to wallpaper. And in wallpaper, you go signature wallpaper. I have the G, but I like the dark G. So I'm going to click that, and set wallpaper. So now you got a little taste of what it is to set all this stuff. Alright, so we should be back to normal. Alright, so now you got to see what the phone is like, but you can also see that you just swipe right and you go to call logs, swipe right, you go to contacts. This is what the contacts look like. You can go, and it's fairly fast, there's no lag. You go down to groups, and you could go here, you can see all the different emails, Gmails, and stuff that you have. There is no real, like, LG backup, cloud backup, or anything like that anymore. It does have an account, which is for Smart World, which we could, I like that we could also search for apps like this so you can find them really quick. So we're in Smart World, and Smart World takes forever, so I'm not going to open that anymore. But pretty much this is it. If you guys have any other questions with the UI or anything else, I'll show you the gallery. And here in the gallery, I wanted to show you, this is the bloatware. Okay, this is the bloatware. I took a picture of the original bloatware so you can see which apps. And some of the T-Mobile apps can be uninstalled, so that's pretty cool. I think the email and maybe music might be also be able to be uninstalled. So most of the bloatware you could uninstall. And let's go back out in the gallery. It's confusing. Alright, so we'll back out in the gallery. And if you notice, I have this button configuration at the bottom. And in this button configuration, I could drop down from here. I could open up many apps from here. And these can be customized fully. And that is, now that I noticed that, let's go into that. And that is in the second screen. Doesn't have a lot of options. Second screen, you're pretty much stuck with what it has. It's going to give you your most recent apps and quick toggles. pretty much, and then notifications. And the reason why I think it has a lot more notification, why it's better for notifications, is because you could toggle, you could play your music, pause your music, you can have quick toggles, you have your name up there so nobody can steal your phone, and people, you can tell people if you lost your phone, it's the one that says George Kobos. You can show your ID. You have another thing that is really cool on the notifications is that you can be playing a game and watching notifications and reading them while you're playing the game without no pop-ups coming up. All right, so those things just make it a lot more useful, even though I do prefer an AMOLED screen, like I said. Now, let's go back into that little thing. Where is it? That should be in the lock screen, because that's where it is, right? No, it's not in the lock screen. Oh, home buttons. Here we go. Home buttons. All right, so home button combination. And I have it black. You could have it white. You could change it around. You could just pull one out and put one in. And I didn't want this one because it's one of my quick toggles to be able to capture the screen. And I'm going to show you that by just hitting this. That's my quick toggle. Now I could tap. I could erase. There's a lot of things you could do. And I could share a screen from here. I could even like crop it before I even share it. So those are really cool things. It's very similar to the Note, and with this big screen, you don't even need an S Pen. Yeah, it's nice to have though. All right, so I'm gonna put it back the way it was. I hold it. It's not working right now. Why is it? Oh, because I have the screen capture. Okay, so there we go. It's back. And I'm gonna go back and let's go back into gallery so you can see how cool this is, how fast the interface is. Maybe it's Nugget, maybe it's just the way the phone was designed. And this is what the gallery looks like. And in gallery, we could make it smaller, we can make it larger, and see how there's no lag when it just did all that. And so I show you the bloatware that was available. I'm also going to show you what battery kind of usage I've been getting out of it. So me using it really hardcore, and still, if you look at it, I've gotten 17 hours, and I still had maybe another half hour there. So I had maybe close to 18 hours of real use with widgets, with all the wallpapers, with nothing power saving on the phone. And I like to keep the screen, if you look at the brightness, really high, like 90 or 100%. Because it's not AMOLED, you just need to have it up. But it's very efficient. The LCD screen is, battery efficient. So let's go back out, and here you can see this is what the pictures look like, what the camera app looks like, and you could go in here, go to timeline, go to just videos, go to memories, and you could also look at your Dropboxes or your cloud services. So definitely, guys, this is a phone I would suggest for you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you want to see anything else on the V20, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.